is that, for example, there's one team, Gmail team, consists of like, or let's say 10 people. But then like 10 million people or 50 million people use that application. Well, each person is responsible for like 5 million people. I mean, you have the opportunity to really change, make a change in millions of people's lives. So there's world-class industry leaders on staff. I mean, Jay here, world-class. I mean, I get to work with him almost every day, and it's cool because you're not like only learning from other people, but we're learning from each other too. So that's a big plus. Fun and creative environment, as you saw before in the pictures. You saw all the fun food and open atmosphere. So other things like the professional chefs, best, brightest engineers from around the world, interesting projects. So there's a 20% time. So actually, this is our 20% time. So Google gives engineers the opportunity to work on whatever they want on the 20% time. And so some people like to develop apps. Some people like to come out to the Philippines and give talks like this. So that's what we're doing for our 20% time, spreading the word, helping build awareness of Google products and applications. Hey, did you have a question there?
Nagpapakit lang ako.
Okay, cool. So making a difference in the world. Not only through developing applications, but we have other initiatives at Google. For example, reducing our carbon footprint, using self-powered, giving benefits for self-powered commuting. We actually gave bikes to everyone so that they could ride from building to building, riding from home. We have solar power. A solar array to power most of our buildings, and some other things to help the environment, the world too. So and that party thing. So I remember back in the day, Larry and Sergey were our founders. So there was this one meeting, and then he said we're not having enough parties, we should have more parties. And so we have a party every week. It's called TGIF, and it's held every Friday, but it's a company briefing. So the founders and executive staff get up and they talk about current development. So they have this open door policy, and they're very, very open to what's going on in Google. They talk about it, and after that everyone drinks and eats and have fun. So, do you want to talk about this part?
Okay. Eileen, you want to talk about this part? Okay. So this is one quote from Larry Page. Our employees are everything. We are focused on providing an environment where talented, hardworking people are rewarded for contributions to Google and for making a world a better place. And that's for one of the co-founders. So I think we wanted to move on here.
Basically, yung slides na to are for students. So if you have friends who are still studying, they can actually apply for internship in Google. Just go to google.com/jobs.
Okay.
You can be found there.
Okay, and internship and full-time opportunities are at google.com/jobs. And for inquiries, for inquiries, for AdWords inquiries, AdSense, we can post this later on.
Yeah.
Okay. And other resources, if you want to contact, we want to leverage Eileen, and we also have a as I told you previously, is that we have a Filipino Google Apps help group that we made of Franklin, myself, and Eileen are part of that. So if we can't answer the questions today, we can actually get those resources. But we're focused, Franklin and I are focused on helping the developers specifically for the Philippines and making sure that we support you guys and do more development as well for the Philippines and also to help out. One more thing is I wanted to introduce Nikki Bui. She's actually came a little bit late. She's the Southeast Asian search quality manager. And she actually, if you guys she wanted to ask you guys a couple of questions, developers as well, and she wanted to find out how can she make Google.ph a little bit easier or better search going forward. So she wants to hear your comments. So hopefully she'll be roaming around the room, asking people some questions of how you think that we can improve Google search for the Philippines. So don't be shy. Go up to ask Nikki. She's willing to listen and listen very carefully because she wants to have a better understanding of how things go. And at this point, I think I don't know if we have time to open up for questions. No? Yeah? No? All right. So also, again, if we cannot answer your questions today, we can refer that to later on. And we want to make sure that we support you, and we definitely support the Filipino developers. That's what we're here for. So that group, Filipino Google Apps Help Group, we wanted to support that. All right. So if there's any other questions, I think we can try to answer that right now. Oh, what? Oh, Eileen, you want to talk about the after what? After the Q&A, okay. All right, so is there any other questions?
Magtanong naman kayo kasi aalis tong dalawang to eh. They'll be just here for until Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Then they're going back somewhere. Mm-hmm. So if you guys have any questions, the best time to ask them is now.
You can ask now, or if we break up, we can ask individually as well. So is there any other questions?